good morning, and good evening, and good night, and welcome back to another episode of the HoloBros podcast, the only transparent podcast that is on the motherfucking internet. I am back again here today with my good friend, my best friend, my guy, my co-host.
It's your boy Coop, man, aka the Great DC, man. We are back at it again. Episode 15, which means 15 weeks in. We going crazy, man. We going strong.
Golly,
It don't even feel like 15 weeks, honestly. Time
it
is
don't,
flying. It's crazy. But
it don't.
yeah, we about to just get into the show. I usually have something to say in the beginning, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it's late.
it's
Like,
it's
and the
late as
brother got to
hell.
get up. My brother got to get up early in the morning, so we going to go straight into the show.
All
And
right.
before we even start the show, we want to give, as a community, a major shout out to our guy, one half of the Hollow Girls, my guy Weezy, man, graduated from college
Preach,
last
preach, preach,
weekend,
preach,
last
preach.
Saturday to be exact. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna give him a floor to really explain, you know what I mean, like his journey and like things like that, to maybe help somebody else who's maybe in that similar situation, to maybe give them some motivation or be like, I bet he did it. I could do it too. You know what I'm saying? Or for me, kind of like see your options and figure out, maybe, some way it can help you. So
That's
without
facts.
further ado, let's go pass the floor, man. Give a major shout out to my guy Weezy
Appreciate you, bro.
and let
Appreciate
him
you,
know
my
something, man.
guy.
Let him know, man.
Hey, so I'm gonna just run down basically what my day to day was in college, like before COVID happened. So like I would get up. So my school, it was a community college. I would just take the bus there.
Harvard
Uh,
on the hill.
yeah, pretty fucking much. It was pretty much Harvard on the Hill. Bus ride was like 30 minutes, like 30 minutes in the morning, 40 minutes at night because of traffic, shit like that. But it wasn't too bad per se. I want to say like um my experience there was pretty much cool. All the professors that I did have was pretty cool professors. Shout out to my guy Professor Crosby, by the way, the main game development professor there. He was like the head of the entire program. Um he kind of just shaped my way into, you know what I'm saying, me knowing what I want to do and like what I want to get out of um and my bad, and shape, like basically just like shape my way and what I wanted to like get out of college. Um, like like I said, as per what I did throughout the day, went to class. You know what I'm saying? It will be some days, maybe like on Tuesdays or something like that. We'll have like a college hour. We'll go to college hour, and it wouldn't. I don't know. It wasn't nothing too crazy. Like they would have special events. Like they would have like special DJs that'll come in. Like you'll have like, let's say if it's like the first week of school, like you'll have like your little pep rally days or whatever, wherever the case was. Went to that, so like here and there. Um, but I really pretty much just went to class. I didn't really do much like in terms of extracurricular. Um, I pretty much just gotta do it when I can. I also made sure like when you go to college, I will say this: make sure you have one good friend group where you can just be comfortable with, and it's like makes the basically the whole college experience like a lot better. So you aren't just going at it alone. That's one thing. Networking is also a must too. Don't be afraid to get out there. Uh,
Major.
because that's pretty much, honestly, I feel like that's pretty much what college is for. It's for you to network. It's for you to meet different
Yeah,
people
that's a fact.
and just
And
like,
real quick to interject, real quick too, because that was an important point you just touched on for the young kids that are going to college. First thing first, before anything, don't, if you're going to college because somebody told you that's what you have to do. First of all, take a look. Just take a step back, right, and just take a look at what's going on
that's a fact.
and see, like, what do you, okay, if you were going to go to college, let's say you want to entertain that thought, what are you going to go to college for? If you're going to go to college and you're going to college undecided and you figure you're going to just take classes and figure that out later, then just wait till you figure it out.
Facts.
I think we kind of discussed that on a earlier podcast where we were saying you keep trying to, like, I was a victim of this as well. You're trying so hard to keep up with everybody else, and you feel like your life is on a specific in a strict timeline. So okay, damn, because I know my some of my classmates or most of my classmates that I went to high school with, they're gonna graduate in like 3 or 4 years, maybe five max, and then they're gonna be out with their job, getting money, blah blah. Blah. So I got to keep it with them. I can't afford to take a year off because then I'm gonna be a year behind. Like, no, don't do that. So
Mm-hmm.
know what you're going for first of all, right? And then the
Facts.
main thing I wanted to touch on, but I just felt like that first point was the most important point, what Weezy just said, the networking. Don't just go to college because I was another victim of this kind of. I made a couple of friends, but that I still have to this day. Shout out to my guys. But like, don't just go to college to just be like in a shell. You know what I'm saying? Kind of
Facts.
use that because at the end of the day, like we said, I think a couple podcasts ago, your network is your net worth. So your goal when you're in there is to try to connect with like-minded individuals that may be on the same type of time that you're on, and even if they're not necessarily like-minded in a career, like you don't, just because you're in Weezy's case gaming development, you don't have to just click up with a whole bunch of gaming developers, but
Nah,
just
that's
when I say
facts.
like mind, like people that want to do more with their life, or whatever your goals are in life, your aspirations are, do that. Like, try to focus more on that as opposed to just, just going to class and hitting the books. That's the most important part. But
Oh yeah, 100%.
the thing that brings the whole thing together, because most of the time y'all are paying crazy tuitions, or if you got a full scholarship, that's cool. But just think about like what you need to get out of it. Try to get as much as you can out of it because you either already paid, or if it's paid for you, it's still technically you paid. You
Yeah.
just got it for free. So, well, nothing really is for free, but you had to work to get that. But my point before I go on a crazy tangent is, and I'm gonna let Weezy go back to his journey, but remember that for the young kids out there, even if you're not young but you're just going to college, try to network because at the end of the day, your degree may not even land you where you're gonna be in life. It may
Facts.
be, oh damn, yo, my homie, one of my homies that I was in college with hooked me up with this crazy job, and I'm getting twice the amount of money that I would have got if I would
Mm-hmm.
have actually been using my degree in the field I was going to use it in. So just once again, man, just go out there. Number one, first thing you want to do, don't go to college undecided, trying to keep up with everybody, or just going undecided so you could just go to college and say you're there, and just to please somebody.
Yeah.
And then to follow that up, make sure when you go to college, try to get the most out of the experience, network, meet people, show your face. Don't be like me,
Nor
who just
me.
went to college. Well, no, you kind of had a little network situation going on. You'll explain that though, but don't be like. Well, I'll just say don't be like us, where we just went to school and then just went in the shell. Because if it wasn't for those two homies that we actually on the football team, I wouldn't have been talking to nobody for real. I'm kind of like a antisocial like sometimes. So, eh, I think that's the word too, antisocial.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
It
I
is.
digress. Pass it back to my guy Weezy. Just thought that was a good point that we should pass over. But go ahead, bro.
Nah, yeah, but you made some fair points, but yeah, like your network is your net worth. Always go to class. Don't miss class. Don't don't yo
I was the king of that shit, and
yo
listen, that's not good. I'm not sitting here trying
don't
to persuade y'all to do that, but I was the king of missing class.
because
Okay,
I will tell y'all this. If you miss a class and if you're paying for tuition, boy, that shit will bite you in the ass in 2.5 if you miss at least two classes. And take my word from it, I went to a community college. So just imagine at a uni, a 4 year school,
I went to a unit.
a trade school, whatever. If you miss a class, boy, that's your ass. Cause you have to think you're technically investing money into yourself to get better.
Absolutely,
So
especially if you took out loans.
exactly. So if you're just taking out loans, not going to class, you're wasting money. Like you're wasting that shit. So it's like, you know what I'm
That was
saying? Really just take that into account as well. Um so yeah, don't miss class. Connect with your professors. That's another key
that's a
thing.
fact. That's a fact.
Cause you're in reality, in high school, if you guys are still in high school, they'll tell you that the professors aren't gonna be on that type of shit. That's a bold faced lie. That's what they tell you to just, you know what I'm saying, just scare y'all. But in all reality though, there's gonna be some dope ass professors and there's gonna be some trash ass professors. How you can tell and differentiate is using RateMyProfessor.com. Um, that's how I always looked up my professors. Like looked up who was good, who was not, who was on some bullshit, who wasn't. That'll save your life. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? There's also damn. I forgot this site that I used to use to get my books for cheap. And I'm talking about for like it could be a $500 book. I get that shit for $80. No funny shit.
Or yo, after this, like when we in that production,
Hmm.
like post production shit, try to find that because I think that'll be really dope to like help kids that are either in
Yeah,
college or outside of college. Because those books are killer,
expensive,
bro, killer.
expensive,
That's another reason
dude.
why you shouldn't miss class, bro. Because you got to think about the amount of money you put into it. Like he said, besides the loans, the extra stuff you put into that,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
maybe even the commute. Who knows? I know it depends on people's situation. Maybe you
Hmm.
Uber to school, like whatever, right? So just all of that, just combined. Like
It all accumulates.
try not to miss class because at the end of the day, like he said, you're only hurting your own pocket. So
That's a fact.
uh, just try to stick with it, man. Try to stick with it. It's gonna be a challenge, but everything in life is a challenge. If that's the challenge you wanna, if that's where you wanna do, and you know that's what you wanna do, keep sticking with it. Put your head down, keep going forward, man. Don't you mean?
Hundred
Not put
percent.
your head down. Sorry, keep your head
Nah,
up and
keep
keep
your
going
head up.
forward.
Keep your head up. Keep your
Yeah,
head up.
not put your head down. Sorry, I misspoke. But y'all know what I'm saying. Like just keep grinding. Y'all gonna get to where y'all got to get as long as y'all keep putting that work and keep believing in yourself.
Hundred
But
percent.
yeah, so yeah, definitely we're gonna try to one if after this we gonna try to find that link and I'm gonna put it in the description for y'all.
Yeah.
So if
I,
you're in college, go click
yeah.
that link so you don't gotta be
Cause
killing
trust.
yourself financially over these books, man.
Cause
Because
trust,
that
bro.
should be a crime in itself, dog. These dumbass
Yeah.
books. Like these,
Yeah.
they'll dead ass literally make you pay like $500 for a book that you only use twice.
Mhm.
Like, break it the fuck out of here. And then
Mhm.
also too, for this is another maybe like a life hack, as you kids would say, you youngsters would say.
Yeah.
Now let me
Yeah.
stop fucking around. But uh, but most of y'all probably already noticed, but just in case you didn't, you can some depending on the bookstore or whatever, you can actually return the book and get some of your money back, if not all of your money back, at the end of the semester. So
Oh, that's
try to look
fire.
into that too. Try to look into that too with some of these places and books. Some of them won't take it, but always try to check, see what the like return policy is and how you can like you know what I mean. So
Facts.
yeah.
Also, another resource with books. I don't know if y'all colleges or unis will do it. Always look for free books in the beginning, middle, or the end of semesters. Uh yo, you'll end up finding some gems that you'll need for that next semester. I can't lie to you, bro. It's I've seen one of my homies back in college. They actually came up OD like on some good ass books that they needed for the next semester. So always looking at that. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? If you're dorming, get close with your RA. Um,
Or yeah, I dorm, so I kind of familiar in that department. Dorming. What do I want to say about dorming? See, I was actually fortunate because I number one, I had a cool like roommate,
mm,
and we played on the football team, so it was kind of like I knew him already before like the school year started because we
yeah.
had to go if you play sports, especially fall sport. It technically starts in the summer, especially in college and high school. They start in the
Mm,
summer, or even like little league and stuff like that. They start in
yeah.
the summer, but pretty much yeah. So we kind of connected over that, and the main thing because I am like anti-social, especially if I don't know you. He was never there, so it was clutch. So it was like, and then I think like after the first semester, he left. He literally left the school, so
Damn.
I had a full room to myself. Like it was dope. So hey, shout out to my guy, man. Shout out to
Hey,
my guy, man. Hope you're doing good, bro. That was pretty lit. Like he never was there. He used to always stay at the upper, like one of the upperclassmen that he was cool with on the football teams, like apartment.
nigga
So he was
Coop
never
really
in my
had a
building.
free
He was never
crib.
in my room. Dead ass. What? That was lit. That was a blessing. Shout out to him, man. But yeah, man. Like Weezy said, get cool with the RA.
Residency.
I actually had a cool RA. He was mad dope. He played soccer. He was dope. Shout out to cool dude, and just try to make sure like you mean you you kind of watching, because some of these people out
Yeah.
here is a little bit crazy. Not trying to speak that into existence on y'all, but just make sure y'all on y'all
Stay
p's and
tagged.
q's,
Stay tagged.
and also set y'all. This is another important thing. With anything, anybody that's new that's around you, make sure you set certain boundaries, certain rules, because motherfuckers like to take advantage of shit. So they
Mm-hmm.
like to, feel me, like
Yeah.
you
Hell
come to the
yeah.
room, buddy, and they're going crazy on your bed, some type of shit. Nah, you're not
Nah.
doing that. Like, or just like, you
Nah.
feel me? You come
Nah.
back from class, he eating your cereal.
Yeah,
What?
alright.
Wow.
Yeah, alright,
Wow.
bro.
Wait,
Yeah, alright.
wait, wait. Yo, who Lucky Charms is that?
Yeah, alright. See?
That's not
See?
mine, is it?
Nah,
Oh
see?
nah,
Yeah,
yeah,
see?
yeah.
Yeah.
Lock the door. It's fisticuffs.
Oh
It's
yeah.
Merry Fistmas.
Oh yeah. It's yeah, nigga.
Yeah,
This
it's Merry Fistmas. Nigga,
it's fight night
what
round
you
3.
doing, man?
What?
My shit's legal, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, nah.
Niggas want to
All
eat the
jokes
Lucky
aside,
Charms
though,
and
man.
shit.
Yeah, nah, nigga can't eat the Lucky. Nah, not the Lucky Charm, nigga. Go eat some Honey Smacks or something. Don't eat my Lucky
Nah,
Charms,
Honey
nigga.
Smacks is crazy. Nah,
Go
that's
eat.
sick.
Yo, chill. Nah, what's the other shit? Go eat some Special K or something, dude. Get away from my shit. Get away from. Go eat
Nah.
some. Don't eat my Frosted Flakes, nigga. Eat the Raisin Brand or
Yo,
something, nigga. That's what
son,
you talking
the
about.
Raisin Bran is crazy,
Yeah, get
bruh.
that shit or
What?
the corn flakes. Don't eat Frosted Flakes, nigga. Eat the corn flakes if you like.
Nah, but
Like, don't do that.
niggas will really eat your shit. Yo,
Yeah, be careful.
stay
Stay
tagged.
stay on y'all p's and q's for real. Like, and God forbid any like y'all get a roommate like that, but be careful because there's some
Yeah.
weirdos out here, man. So, and for the people that have been to college, they and probably have like heard stories, especially if you went to a 4 year stuff like that, a big
Mhm.
school, probably heard some stories about a lot of crazy stuff out there. So, just once again, be careful. But at the same time, don't live in fear. Go out, enjoy yourself, network,
Facts.
do what you gotta do, make those years memorable as much as you can. You know what I mean?
Hell
So,
yeah.
or positively memorable. You know what I mean? So, but we keep going on tangents. Sorry about that, guys.
It's all
Weezy,
good. I'm a
kind of just
yeah.
kind of like
I'm a just wrap it up. I'm gonna just say this, yo. Whether you go to a 2 year or 4 year, like Coop
one
said,
year trade school,
trade
anything.
school, whatever school y'all go to, bro, make the most of that shit, cause you never know, like, or not even never know, but the time that you're in there goes by so fucking quick, and that you won't realize it up until that you're at the end, until that you're at your graduation, or what I'm saying, God forbid, what I'm saying, school didn't work out for you and you had to drop out, but you'll realize like, yo, like I was in here for like a year already, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and it just
Yeah,
flew by quick. So
fact.
just make the most of it. And just you know what I'm saying, like Hoop said, don't live in fear. Network. Always try to keep the right circle of people around you. To help get you through those tough times for when you need it. And yeah, just experience it, see what it has to offer, and just go from there. Um, But I think that's going to do it for that topic. Uh, so Cooper, the energy that you get or the energy that you put out, how do you feel that resonates to the point as to what the energy that you want to receive? So like it's like you're pouring a glass and you want your cup to be poured. How do you feel about that?
Well, let's stick with the college example since we just talked about it. It's like, for example, if you're a college student, right,
Mm,
and you're going to class every day, you're putting you're studying, putting your head in the books. You know what I'm saying? You
mm,
like really trying to like figure out the stuff. You're connecting with your professor. You're meeting after class if you need help, or you're
mm,
connecting with a tutor or whatever you got to do. And you know what I mean? You do what you got to do. You put in the effort. You put in the work. You learn the stuff. You get a good grade.
mm.
Why? Because you put in the effort to get the good grade. You put in the energy, the time to get a good grade. So you then receive a good grade.
Facts.
Uh, there's a law in the universe, which is Newton's third law. I believe this is his third law. Correct me if I'm wrong. But for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Remember that. This is not my law. This is the law of the universe. Newton's law. This is deemed to
Yep.
be true. And it's
Yep.
stood the test of time. It's not my law. It applies to everything. even in these situations. So, like we said before, if you're one of those people, if you're either in college or you're about to go to college, or let's say you're in high school, whatever, or you're in middle school, whatever, if you put out BS, like if you give a half-ass effort, you're not getting nothing back but half-ass results. And
Facts.
you and like let's use sports too, because a lot of people that's gonna watch this maybe in sports.
Mhm.
If you play a sport and you dog it through practice and things like that, because that's where it really counts in practice.
Yeah.
But you're so talented that you make up for that at the lower levels, like middle school or pop one or high school or whatever.
Mhm.
There's going to be a certain time and point where your talent is not going to just be that much overwhelming to where it doesn't, like, what I mean, where it saves you. You're gonna have to put in that effort, and when that rubber meets the road, if you're not putting in that effort, you're gonna get a shitty result back. So I say all that to say, put out the effort that you want to receive. Put out the energy you want to receive, and that could also just go for life in general. Put out the energy you want to receive, as far as if you put out nothing but positive energy, because you want to receive positive energy back, or not even because you want to receive it. Just if you put out positive energy to the universe, it's just you're going to get it right back. It's just that. That's just how. Just like if you put out a whole bunch of negativity, you're going to get that back. Like you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So choose your sword. Pretty much is what I'm saying. Pick your poison. Do you want to
100%.
this one or that one? This is really cut and dry as best as I can say it, and it's kind of this uh like like I said, just like the cut and dry, black and white. It's not
Mhm.
really much like that I can really try to like dress it up or nothing like that. It's literally pick your poison. So at the end of the day, put out what you want to get back. A lot of y'all are sitting around like, damn, why am I not getting the results I want to get? Because you're not putting it out. You're not putting the energy out that you need to get, right? So for example, I had a personal trainer, shout out my guy Glenn. I just came from a workout. When I'm with Glenn, right? When I'm working out, he's my trainer, so he's like telling me, yo, do this, blah blah blah, do this. If I'm just dogging it, like he really doesn't care. Like
Yeah.
he cares. I'm not saying he doesn't care because he wants me to get better. That's my guy. But at the end of the day, I already paid him. He got his bread.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I paid the money. So just like we said about going to class, I paid the money already. I already came out of my wallet. You know what I'm saying? So I need to put out the energy I want to get back for the results that I want. So if he's telling me do an exercise and he go use the bathroom, and while he using the bathroom, I start cheating. I don't keep my technique. I don't keep my form to work out on the muscles that workout is intended for. So I'm dogging it, or I'm just not doing it at all. And then when he come back, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm done. You know, that's not hurting him. He got paid already.
Mhm.
So I have to keep them putting out the energy I want back. I have to put out the effort that I want to receive back as far as the reward. You know what I'm saying? You reap what you sow. So that was kind of funny. I said so. But anyway,
Mhm.
like you reap what you sow, and so with that, this is like you have to put out what you want back. Like I said with the gym example, if I'm putting out 100% effort, my results are going to come back 100% or tenfold, right? And I'm not going to keep going on this long tangent. Long story short, if you want success and you don't understand why you're not successful, you are not putting out enough energy that needs to be put out. And also, real quick before I pass it on to Weezy, sometimes, especially in athletics, like I said about the athlete who was super like superior to everybody else around him throughout like the lower levels or even higher levels, right? That even if he dogged it, he was still that much better talent wise that it didn't even matter how hard everybody else worked. It can go the other way too. You can be like just not that talented. You work hard, you get better, but it's
Mhm.
just not enough to really be where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
Right.
a lot of people that work hard that don't get where they want to get. And I don't want to say this to down anybody, but the point I'm making is what I'm saying is not like what do I want to say? It's not like, oh, this is just a magic formula. Just work hard and you'll get everything you want. You if you keep that formula though, I'll give you a prime example, right? Then I'll pass it to Weezy, I promise. So this This dude who was upperclassman when I was a lower classman in high school, phenomenal work ethic. He was a quarterback, phenomenal work ethic. Like he even helped me be a better player. Seriously, like he would tell me stuff like when we would do like throwing drills and stuff or like stationary. I would just like, cause I don't care. I'm like, I'm young. I'm a receiver. I'm just chilling. Like, catch me the
Word.
ball. I'm gonna catch it, nigga. Move, like type shit. So
Get out my
anyway,
way.
he throw me the ball. So I'm just catching it, boom, whatever. Yeah, here you go, bro. Boom. He like, no, don't do that. Act like play like practice how you play, right? So act like even though you're stationary, act like you're running. So have that movement. Then when you catch it, you tuck it. Then you know what I mean, throw it back. Then you catch it, you tuck the other hand. Long story short, that was that type of guy he was. He worked extremely hard, but his talent wasn't that good.
Mm.
So he never really got to where he needed to get because the talent didn't match the work ethic, right?
Mhm.
But guess what? He took that same work ethic that he had and he applied it to the business world, and he is killing that shit. So my point is, it may not work here, but if you put that same energy maybe here, then you'll get tenfold of what you may have got if you were talented enough to be here. You know what I'm saying? Hope that makes sense for y'all. I want to tell that story so it can kind of illustrate better for y'all. So yes, sometimes this route may not work, but it may work over here.
Oh no, 100%.
So just don't get discouraged. Oh, he said if I work hard, you know, I'm gonna get what I need to get. Yeah, but sometimes this may not be your door. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
There's different pathways to success. There's different roads, there's different doors, whatever you want to call it.
Everybody has a
Right.
different path.
So this may not be your particular pathway, but the one right next to it might be. So
Mhm.
just don't be like, oh well, I worked hard and I didn't achieve this, so let me just stop working hard. No, just apply that same work ethic to something else, and you'll reap the benefits. It just not everything there. I just want to say that so like I don't feel like people don't feel like I'm just selling them miracles or something. Like
Yeah.
yo, just call my phone. I promise everything will be good. No, I'm not doing that. I'm telling you guys what I know based off life experiences and like just the research and things like that that I've done, you know, through my I guess you would say long years. Some of y'all, I'm like an old head. I'm only 22, but some of y'all niggas, damn, this nigga old, man.
Nah,
Like,
this
but
nigga Coop
anyway,
is an old head.
Sometimes y'all can tell by my slang, young bloods, young fellas.
Yo,
Chill, chill,
see,
chill, chill, chill. Young
see,
Thundercats. Nah, but let me
see.
pass it off to my guy Weezy, because
Old soul in a young body, in the young nigga body, bro. Pause.
yeah.
Um, I just had to throw that out
Bro,
there.
I didn't think that was a pause worthy, but the more I think about it, that's
I,
funny.
j-
Just like thinking about it through that lens is just funny.
I just
Like
you you know with this
that's
day and
nuts.
age, you just can't be too safe, bro. You just can't be
That's
too safe.
that's insane. All
But
right, go ahead.
but nah, yeah, bro. Basically, like Coop said,
Bro, you
any
gotta stop doing that, bro, because then they gonna get tight.
they
They gonna get tight. Like,
they
yo, bro,
not,
why you
bro.
yo, you should
They
let him go, man. Yo,
not,
you always
bro.
doing that. I'm like,
They
all right,
not. Cause it's like you said, this shit is literally just cut and dry. It's like whatever you put out into the universe, you're gonna get back. If you put out negativity in the universe, you're gonna get back tenfold negativity. If you give out tenfold positivity into the universe, you're gonna get 20 to maybe 100 times fold positivity back in the universe. It's all about what, like Coop said, it's all about what you give out. If you give out what you want to get back, then you're gonna get it back. But if you give out some bullshit, you're gonna get back some bullshit. Like it's literally like plaster right there on the wall. Like it's cut. It's like cut and dry. Like literally. So it's being mindful, right? Like Coop said, it's being mindful. Like, all right, I have one path. It's not really working out for me, but I also have something else lined up, and it has potential to be something greater if I actually put all my time and effort and energy into it. And this could potentially be the better path that I'll take. And once you figure out this path that is a greater path, you take that path and run with it. Because at the end of the day, once you notice that the path that you're currently on isn't fulfilling you anymore, and you're still putting in all the energy, still putting in all the time, everything, and you're still not getting out what you want to receive, then is showing that that path isn't meant for you, but yet another path is. And that literally goes with anything. That goes with work, school, jobs, relationships, whatever the case is, because it all ties back into one simple concept, and that's just putting out what you want to get back. That's just as simple as it gets. So,
Fact.
you know, like I said, everybody has a different path. You aren't you aren't gonna be on the same path as your friend. Like that's just the unfortunate reality. You guys may end up collabing on something. You guys may end up following each other throughout each other's journeys on y'all said paths, but you guys will not follow the exact same path. Everybody has different ways as to how they go about things in their lives, and that's just the fact of it. That's the truth of the matter. So, um, always try to give out what you want to give back. If you want that positivity, put out the positivity. If you don't want the negativity, stop putting out negativity. That may be the root of all your problems. You may truthfully, truthfully, you might have to take a hard look in the mirror and realize that you may be the sole root of all your problems at this current stage of your life. And yeah, it's a hard pill to swallow, but this goes back to what we said in some of our other pods, and that's acknowledging when you're in the wrong. So, um, yeah, that's pretty much all I have for that. Like, just knowing that what you want. What do you want out this life? Once you want out this life, start putting that energy to get that, to receive just exactly that. And that's like I said, that's pretty much all I have for that. Coop, you have anything else to add before we move on to the next topic, my brother?
Yeah, nah, that was dope. I like that how you ended that. Finding your purpose. I don't know if we did a topic on that, but if we didn't, we'll definitely bring that to you guys like the next episode or episodes to come. You know what I mean? But because
Facts.
I think that's really important, especially for like people our age, maybe a little older, but definitely younger people that
Mhm.
are still trying to figure out life. Because I know we still don't really have life figured out, but around that time we definitely have life figured out. So I think
Hell
that'll be a
yeah.
dope thing to like try to like help like the younger people or even people our age and older try to
Mhm.
figure out what their purpose is and things like that. But real quick too, and also why I be yawning, I know I be yawning in these videos, but I be yawning because we be recording so late. Like
That's a
so
fact.
it's
That's a
not an
fact.
excuse, but I'm just like I know y'all probably be like, damn, this nigga always yawning. Bro, it's cause it be late though,
it's
dog.
it's
Like
late,
it's
bro.
chill. But
It's
yeah, real
cozy
quick too,
vibes.
as a fact. But real quick, I wanted to say you can't like for those of y'all that are out here maybe listening to this and trying to like kind of like what I said about my like me and my trainer. But it's if he goes to the bathroom, I know I got because I'm counting my sets. He don't always count my sets. I count my sets, right?
Mhm.
Or my reps, I should say. If I know I got 5 more reps and he go to the bathroom, and instead of doing the 5 reps, I just sit down and chill, and then when he come out, act like I did him, be like, that was a good one, right? I only cheated myself. I didn't cheat him. Like I told you, he got his bread already.
Mhm.
He's pause. I don't know if that's pause, but he's in shape. Like he had like pause. He got the body that I'm trying to get pause. So like, no, my point is, yeah, that was kind of crazy. But my point is, what he like. Damn, you fucked me up with that
Yo,
laughing shit. That
my
was kind of crazy. Nah,
my
that shit
bad.
frustrated. I'm like, damn, that shit was kind of crazy. Body I'm trying to get. I ain't mean like that. That was crazy. Not get his body. Not like that. That was kind of wild. No homo. That was crazy. That was crazy. Yo, chill. And nobody clipped that either. I ain't mean it like that.
Yo,
I
stop.
ain't mean like I ain't mean like get his body. Like I mean
Yo,
like
stop, bro.
nah. I'm saying like
Yo,
I ain't.
stop,
All
bro.
right, nah, you're right. You're right. My fault. My fault.
Yo,
Nah,
hold.
you're right. That's my fault. You know,
Oh,
that's my fault. But
nah.
anyway, my point is, look, right. He already like he's pause. He's like good as far as like money. Like he got, but my whole thing, because this like let's bring it back full circle to my original point. I'm the one that needs the work, right? I paid already. I'm trying to get in shape. I'm trying to get back in shape. I haven't worked out in a minute, right? I'm cheating myself. I'm not cheating him. He good. He got his bread. He chilling. Nigga, I'm going to use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
You could dog these 5 sets or not do them if you want. I don't care. So
Yep.
the reason why I say that is because to bring it full circle, y'all cannot cheat the universe or God or whoever, whatever you believe in, right? Let's say, or you don't believe in nothing, and you just think you can do whatever you want. I don't know, right? Let's just say you think you're your own God, you're responsible for your own free will, whoever, whatever, right? It doesn't matter. No judgment here, but you only cheating yourself if you try to like, oh, I'm gonna only do this. I'm gonna only do this so I can get this, right? So like, I'm gonna only give this person money because I want money back in the future. You're cheating yourself. Like the
Mm-hmm.
universe, God, they know your true intentions. Like, so when we say put out certain energy, put out certain energy with a good intention. Though. Don't put it out like don't be the guy that gives people money because he wants people to know that he's such a good person, and then in turn he'll get money later on, maybe
Yeah,
because good karma. Nah, just do things with good intention,
that's some
and
asshole
that's
shit.
yeah, that's a fact. So once again, if you do that, like the example I gave with my trainer, like if you when he goes to the bathroom, you skip your 5 extra reps that you were supposed to do, and act like you did them. You're only cheating yourself. So when you do things with good intention. Don't cheat yourself because the more you do things with good intention and you have gratitude with along with doing those things, I can't even begin to tell you guys what'll start to happen in your life, and you'll start to see the changes. Like like you'll be unrecognizable. Let's just put it like that. Just do those things, put out great positive energy, be kind, be loving, be forgiving, and have gratitude every day you wake up. Come
Mm-hmm.
on, man. But I'm gonna stop rambling. Weezy, if you don't have anything else to add, let's get to the next topic.
They teed in. So on the next topic of
Oh man, I think I know what it is. I'm not even looking at it. I'm already laughing.
yeah, you are you should already know, bruh. Cooper,
Man, let's get it, man.
name a time you got scammed, my brother, or you almost got scammed, rather.
Yeah, man. Well, let's rewind that real quick. So some eventful things happened on Saturday, right? My guy
Oh
Weezy
shit,
graduated.
yes sirski,
Legendary,
yes sirski.
legendary shit. Something almost happened too. It was crazy. So your boy almost got scammed out of a rack, out of a full wow, $1,000, right?
How,
A
bruh?
full $1,000, right? And for a quick backstory, right? So me and my fiance, soon to be wife, in damn near a month, right? We're looking for a place. We're trying to find a place. We're like not scrambling, but it's getting close to the deadline. We're looking around. We're trying to find places, blah blah, right? Cool. So we see this. Well, I see this ad that pops up, and it was like, "Yo, this whole backstory. Like, I think it was on Facebook.
Mhm.
Um, yo, not yo, but I'm paraphrasing. Yo, me and my wife, we lived in this house, blah blah, and I got a contract to go down south. So we were previously renting. We were previously going to rent this place out, but the people we sent the keys to, we didn't verify that they were ready to move in or whatever. They realized they didn't have the income, so I wasted a trip up here to give them the keys. And when I gave them the keys, they blah blah wasted the trip. I could have stayed out there. Blah blah. Okay, cool. Right. So pretty much that was their story. Their story of this alleged person. Right. They moved down south. They were in that house, which is not too far from where me and Weezy, like the town me and Weezy live in.
Mhm.
So they were in that place, but they moved down south because the dude got a contract down there, which is that's because I kind of work in that field of kind of like contracts and things like that. Not to that
Mhm.
extent where I have to relocate, but that's reasonable. It's understandable.
Right.
And so dude had a pretty solid backstory that was like, it wasn't too like far fetched.
It wasn't
So I'm like, you
outlandish.
know what, boom, right? And then he was offering the rent and everything for a thou wow. Now, if you live in New Jersey, you
Cheap.
know
Cheap.
thou wow.
Cheap.
I don't, bro. What?
Cheap.
I don't even think niggas is renting parking spaces for 1,000. Right, come on, dude. Right? So he was thou wow, all utilities included. Right? So that's even cheaper, right? So that's we just paying like internet and some like little extra shit that we want to do on the side, right? So cool.
He said a dollar
So
for utilities included.
yeah, dial out utilities included, but all we gonna have to do is pay the security deposit, which is the same thing as the rent, and then he was gonna send the keys, blah blah blah. That was the whole thing. That was the whole premise, right?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, right, that scam, just like all y'all niggas like, yeah, obviously that's
Yeah.
a scam. Right? Of course that's a scam. But me, like, fuck it. Like, look, listen. The type of person I am, y'all know. I talk about risk a lot on this show. Now, obviously, this was not a smart risk when you look at it in the grand scheme of things. But I'm the type of dude like Weezy know, my wife know. I'm the type of dude. I'm gonna jump off the cliff and see if I can fly. Like, if I die, I die. If he dies, he dies. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, right? So if you know what I mean, and it was only to me, I was like, it's only a thou wow. Like I
Chuck, can
just
y'all tell him
not.
he can't be like that with everything though?
Yeah,
Can you
no,
just tell
no.
him?
My
Can you
wife
just tell
had
him?
that talk with me too, but I don't know. It's just in my DNA. Like I don't know. I feel like for me, and this is not encouraging nobody to be like me per se, because like at the end of the day, you have to be able. In order to do what I do, you have to live with the consequences of it not working out if it goes south, which it possibly can, which is why it's called a risk. So I'm not by any means encouraging y'all to be like me, but that's just the type of dude I am. I'm gonna just jump off a cliff, see if I can fly, and then see what happens.
Yo.
Logic, maybe. But real quick, to kind of like understand really my mentality more, it's like a lot of the reason why like I have a lot of I'm not gonna say a lot of success like I'm because I don't want to paint the picture of y'all like I'm some like really successful like crazy millionaire dude or six-figure dude, but
Mm,
the reason why I have had success in the areas I've had success in is because I've taken risks, I've taken chances, and they paid off. Fortunately,
respectfully so.
thanks be to God. You know what I mean? So, but there's also been times where I have been either scammed or things have not worked out. So I have quote unquote died on that using that cliff metaphor or illustration, whatever you want to call it.
Mm,
So that's why my personality is like just that's just how I'm wired. Like I'm a jump, fuck it. Like I was telling my I was literally telling my wife like I'm gonna just do it. Like she was like, no, that's stupid. Why would you do that? I'm like, cuz I'm gonna just do it. Like and I'm like, I don't know. Like for me, I'm just like I don't really have a lot of fear. Like when I walk with God, I'm just like, it is what it is. Even if it's a scam, like I'm just it is what it is. Type that was like my mentality. But she would just like she talked me off the ledge basically. Like no, that's stupid. Like why would you do that? Like we never do that. Like she was kind of was talking about like she was hitting me with some facts and all. So I'm like you know what? Let me hold off for it. She was like,
yeah.
listen, look, if you're I know you want to do it because she already know my personality. If I like set my mind to something I want to do it, I'm probably gonna do it anyway. So she was like, I know you want to do it, but before you do it, try to like ask more questions. Try to get a gate, like because you can't just go off of this what he's saying right here. Because me and him was like emailing back and forth, but you can't just go off of this and then be like, okay, boom, boom, boom. Here's the money. There's my address and the keys. Doesn't like
Yeah.
you gotta talk to this dude on the phone or do something to really verify it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like I told him, I sent him a text just to see, because I'm like, you know what, she's on to something. So I sent him a text like, yo, pretty much like, yo, because you can't just tell a scammer like, yo, we know you scamming nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but you gotta kind of be like kind of oblivious, but just be like, yeah, there's a lot of, I just want to be able to trust you. There's a
It's a
lot of
lot of
scammers out here.
holes.
Yeah, it's a lot of scammers out here. I just want to be able to trust you, blah. So I hit him with, I hit him with the, hit him with one of those, smooth operator, smooth cash,
Okay, okay, okay,
So
okay.
his response was like his response had me like,
Hmm?
I know what you're doing, buddy. So he was
See?
like, his response was literally like, uh, just let me know when you're ready to send the money, and I will send you the keys. This is not a scam.
Hmm? Yeah, alright. Scam. Scam. Fuck out of here. Scam.
So here's what I
Fuck
told
out
him.
of here.
Here's exactly what I told him. I'm ready.
Ah,
And he was like,
see?
okay. He said, do you have Zelle or Cash App? He didn't know what I was ready for. No, he didn't know what I was ready for. He thought I was ready for payment. No, I'm ready. Like I'm ready. Like I've seen all I needed to see. I'm definitely ready. And the nigga started spamming. I should have answered this nigga too. He started spamming my phone with calls. I'm like, yeah, he probably
Yeah.
he think he got the fish on the hook, and he just got to
Yeah.
reel me in.
He thought
Yo,
he thought he
Weezy,
had you hook, line, and sinker, bro.
Weezy, I gotta help move out so I can get my soundboard because I'm playing. I would have played some crazy sound bites, but I'll definitely make you famous.
See,
But listen, so yeah, that's my little mini story about how I almost got scammed. Shout out to wifey, man. That's why,
she the truth for that. She a real one.
yeah, shout out to wifey, and that brings us into our next topic. I'll transition this one about keeping the right people around you. Surround yourself with the right people, and why this goes hand in hand with the topic of me almost getting scammed is because if I didn't have a good person, i.e., my wife, to talk me, because sometimes you need somebody to save you from you, right? Because my
Facts.
personality is just I'm jumping, fuck it, I'm gonna jump. If I die, I die, type shit. But she is the person that knows that and is gonna, okay, yeah, babe, I know that, but just think about it for a second. Try to get more information before you just jump off the cliff because right now, especially trying to get an apartment and like the down payments and all the extra shit we got to do to just even like get the spot, the type of money we got to put down. Like she like we can use that 1,000 for that for an actual place, not just a maybe. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the point that I'm really trying to drive home is you got to have somebody that's not somebody, but like or maybe somebody or really somebody's like people
Yeah.
that can be able to talk you down from that ledge sometimes, whether that be a ledge of like, yo, I'm done, I'm done with all this shit, blah blah blah, or a ledge like, man, I'm about to do this shit head first, but they
Yeah.
kind of see like because sometimes you can't see past your own nose sometimes, so
Mhm.
it's like you don't even really be understanding what's going on because obviously, like as I'm saying it to y'all, a lot of y'all is like, nigga, of course that's a scam. Are you dumb? But for me, it's just like we were kind of not desperate, but I just wanted a place like I'm like, damn, that's a good ass deal. Like, I don't want to miss out on that offer. It was like one of those, like, and I was one of
Yeah.
those. So that's how they get you too. They make the offers too good to be true.
They made the
And when
best
it's
offers in the world.
too good to be true, it usually is because when you're like us and you're seeing places that are fucking 2,800 for one bedroom, and then you got somebody telling you that a place close by with the pictures and everything that's decent size, all that is just $1,000 with all utilities included. I'm like, man,
That shit.
he almost had him one, but
he
my
he almost had me the first half. I ain't gonna lie.
oh, definitely, no, definitely. He would have took my bread for sure. Definitely. If it wasn't for my
Yo.
wife, he would have took my bread. But that's my point. Like I was just saying, you guys gotta have people that are around you that can kind of like see the pitfalls before you even see them sometimes. So that's why it's always good to have the right people around you. Surround yourself with the right people. And kind of like we talked about on the previous episode, I know we say that a lot, but it's all like I said, it's all
It's
kind
all
of
tied in.
ties in together. So that's why we refer to different things and we do kind of like callbacks or certain things like that to other episodes prior. But the reason why we said before about evaluating your circle and all that blah blah is for things like this, times like this, because if you don't have good people in your circle and you have a whole bunch of yes men, because if my wife was just a yes woman, she was like, oh yeah, go ahead, do that shit, and I would not have $1,000 because another thing I didn't even mention in the story that I should have did in the first place. But like I said, I was so busy. Just I need to take this risk. This is what I'm gonna do. I looked up the damn address, and the nigga who's the dumb scammer nigga, right? I looked up the address on Google Maps. The shit was a complex owned by a company. So the dumb nigga, well, I'm really the dumb nigga because
All
I was going to just
right.
do it. I didn't even look it up. But
All right.
the dumb nigga put it on there. So we're both dumb niggas. But he's even dumber because why would nigga at least put a house? Like dummy. Why would you put a
Wait, you
complex?
you ain't even go look to see this place. You just
Weezy, I'm jumping off the cliff, Weezy. That's what I'm telling you. That's why this is why this topic is a thing. You need to have people that they talk you off the ledge. I'm jumping, Weezy. I'm gonna do it. I'm
oh
jumping. Once again,
man,
this is
dog.
not do not jump, do not be like me. Listen, because a lot of risk and a lot of maybe like heartaches, excuse me, may come with being like me, right? As far as like setbacks, but it's a give and take thing. But listen, I'm jumping off that cliff, dude. I'm not wasting. What, $1,000? All
I mean,
utilities?
you
I'm
you
jumping, dude.
you
I'm
aren't
jumping.
wrong. You
Bro,
aren't
I'm jumping,
wrong,
bro.
but you
I'm
gotta
jumping. It would have been a dumbass jump, but I was gonna jump. Fuck it, I'm jumping.
you gotta do
Wait,
that research,
it's
man.
100 feet in the air. The bottom can either be a pit of feathers or a pit of glass. Fuck it, we'll see. We'll see when I get down there. We'll see when I get down there.
Nigga jumping feet first. That's
You go, what?
sick.
No, head for what? I'll see when I get down there. If I make
See,
it back, y'all know what happened. If I don't,
see,
yeah, I know what happened. So yeah.
see.
But long story short, like I said, so just make sure you have the right people around you. And if you guys, I don't really want to keep pause. I don't even think I want to say that. I don't even want to keep like repeating. I guess that aspect that we already had. I think that was in episode, what was it, episode 8 or something like that. Well, I'll figure out the
I might have.
episode later on. Probably put it in the description or something. But go back to that episode. I believe it was episode 8. Go back to the episode where we talked about evaluating your circle, and it's kind of more of an in-depth way of evaluate your circle. But yeah, pretty much evaluate your circle. Make sure you got the right people that surround you, because if you don't, then you're not going to have somebody that's going to be able to see what you're doing and your personality and be able to talk you off that ledge. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
long story short, shout out to wifey and just make sure you got the right people around you, because I could have easily been scared out of 1,000 because of just my personality and just who I am. Like, I'm jumping. I'm gonna say that a million times. I'm jumping.
You
I'm gonna jump.
bullshitting, homie.
I'm gonna jump off the ledge.
I'm gonna just say that you bullshitting, homie.
Yeah, but Weezy, what you got on the topic of surrounding yourself with good people, bro?
Surrounding myself with good people always. Always, bro. Always. Cause you never know, bro. You really never know in this day and age who truly has your back until it really comes down to it. Like
That's a fact.
like in Coop's situation with his wife, she had his back when it really came down to it. And I know with me and Coop, it's been countless amount of fucking times where we had each other's backs.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a fact.
just our group alone, bro. Like having good company around you, people who are like-minded, people who basically do what you do in such a way where it's kind of like a mirror, but not really, and y'all just like it's just nothing but good vibes, and they always look out for you to the point where it's like a family in a way. Those are
Yeah,
the
that's a
best.
fact.
Those are the best type of people because no matter what, whether if you're in the right or wrong, yeah, they might call you out in your bullshit, which is still a good thing. Because if you're bullshitting, you should be called down on it.
That's a fact.
You should
No
be
yes men
patronized.
around you. If you got yes men
Exactly.
around you, get them away.
You got,
If
bruh.
niggas, and this how you can test it. Just go around your homies and start saying some outlandish shit. If they just co-sign what you saying, get rid of them.
Yeah, facts.
Stop. Like, go around them niggas and say you want to do some crazy shit or whatever. If they co-signing it, they're pack them up, get them out.
100%.
They can't keep being around you, because that's like, what are you
Yeah.
here for, dude? Like,
Cause you,
get
you
up out of there.
cause those type of people will often leading you into some more bullshit that you wasn't supposed to be into in the first place.
Yeah, all because they too afraid to tell you, nah, that's stupid. Why
Yeah.
would you do that? Or
Facts.
no, nigga, you're tripping. You can't do that. Or nigga,
Facts.
if you do that, do you know what's gonna happen? Have you even
Facts.
looked at the outcomes, and have you weighed the
Facts.
pros and cons, like things like that? So don't surround yourself with yes men. And what, like I said, the way you could do that is, like, if you feel like you're around yes men, people that just anything you say or a majority of what you say they just agree with and they going with it,
Mhm.
just start testing it. I'm not really big on the test, but sometimes they are needed. Like, start saying shit like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, let's go down the way, let's go do blah blah. And niggas be like, yeah, all right, come on. What?
Mhm.
And I know some people gonna be like, nah, that just mean they ride or die. And
Eh,
guess what option, when you have them, guess what option you're gonna be choosing? And it's not ride.
that's it's the latter.
Oh, no, no, it will be ride, but it's not. The or is gonna be and. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be a, oh, ride. No, no. It's gonna be an and. It's gonna be
Mhm.
ride and die.
Mhm.
You're gonna ride there, and then you're both gonna die there. So, like, just
Like,
make sure you got the right people surround you. And I think I cut you off easy, so my fault. I'm gonna
nah,
let
you
you
good,
finish
bro.
your point up.
You good, bro. You good. It's just like you can't you can't have those people around you, bro. They like Coop said, they'll literally if they could, they'll literally lead you to your death. They'll literally lead you down the path of your downfall
Facts.
because they're just saying yes to every single idea that you have, but yet not making a conscious idea as to what you're saying and what you want to do. And it comes to a point where you go down this huge rabbit hole, and then you start to look around. You're like, yo, who the fuck do I have around with me? Like, who is actually here for me, and who is actually about me, and who is the fake ones? Because once you go down that rabbit hole, it's hard to get out of, and that's how you inevitably end up being stuck and feeling like you don't have anybody else around you, and that ultimately leads to, in most cases, than not, depression. Because you have to think, a lot of these uh a lot of these upcoming rappers, a lot of them had to go through that, or even not even rappers, just a lot of influencers in general, because they had a lot of yes men around them, to the point where they ended up falling off because they just kept doing stupid shit that people just kept co-signing, and
Fact.
then all of a sudden their career is kaput because why? Because of
Nobody,
the yes men.
nobody to check them. Nobody to check them. Everything they say is just like it's almost like as if God wrote it. Like
That's
it's just, oh yeah, oh you want to go do that? Oh, well, that sounds so stupid, but let's do it, man. Come on. No.
you can't have those people around you, bro. Like I said, they
Yeah.
will they will inevitably, and I mean inevitably, history always repeats itself. They will inevitably lead y'all down to your downfall. Don't, like Coop said, the one of the ways to really check to see who's really a yes man, come up with just a random ass outlandish ass idea. Either that, and
Just start
or
saying shit, man.
yeah, and or go out. You know what I'm saying? Go out to like bowling or something. See how they treat you in front of other people. More specifically, if you're a dude and you're around your guy friends, bring some women around. See how they treat you.
Okay, yeah,
That's
that's the one.
yeah,
That's not highlighted enough. I start switching up when the
yeah.
women start coming around.
That's
I
what
just
I'm
want to
saying.
start getting extra funny,
That's
like
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
extra funny. They want to start, joking on you more than usual.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know
Mhm.
about you, buddy.
That's what I'm saying.
Something is
it's
not right
it's
about you,
it's it's
buddy.
something sus, bro. Like that's that's
Yeah,
that's one of the key ways you can actually figure that shit out. Because once you bring women into the equation, that's how you really start to weed out the weirdos. Because then they
yeah,
start to show their true colors around you. So you know what I'm saying. We like we said, we don't advocate. Like we don't. You know what I'm saying, we don't like doing these tests, but
yeah. Like that shit is corny, but sometimes they are needed. Like
yeah,
only it's kind of like just also funny. It's kind of like the feds, bro. You got to have
yeah,
probable cause to even conduct that type of
yeah,
investigation per se. Like
hundred
if you,
percent,
but you could do it if you want, but I don't condone it unless it's legitimately probable cause. Like you
yeah,
start to realize, like, these niggas really just anything I say they just agree with. All right, hold on, let me try something. That's one of those. You
yeah,
feel what I'm saying? Or like if you like how Weezy said, if you're around women, or if you've been around them with women or random women, or even like your girl or something, they could just start wanting to be extra funny.
mhm.
What? When did you start telling these jokes? You was never the funny one, bro.
Nig-
You was never the
niggas,
funny one in the group, bro.
niggas
You
want to
was
become
never the
Jamie
funny one.
Foxx and shit. Like, what's
You was
going on
never
here,
the funny
bro?
one. Now you just got the best jokes. You everybody like what?
I
No,
don't,
you
I
got
don't,
you got to pack him up.
I don't get it.
So my girl get around, you just get extra
That
funny.
the
All right,
bruh.
all
See,
right, cool.
see.
Like my nigga, I haven't heard you. You haven't made me laugh in 10 years, my nigga. Now all of a sudden, now I'm laughing every 2 seconds. You got my girl.
See,
She can't breathe. She crying. All right, get up, get up.
see. And then that's
Come on,
how it
bro.
starts. That's how it starts. Cause once
Like,
you cause bro, once you start to feel that energy switch when that person enters that room, bro, that's how you can always tell. That's literally how you can always tell. It's when you have good vibes, you have good energy, and it's just that one or two specific people, they come into the room and then the energy just switch.
yeah,
That's how
that's
you
a fact.
know. That's how you know it's like, alright, you know what I'm saying? I should kind of check this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I should kind of do my research as to who's really on some weird shit, and weed them motherfuckers out before it gets too late,
Yeah,
because
pack
they
them up.
yeah, they'll inevitably do some weird shit, and then they'll destroy everything in the process. So you always want to avoid that in the long run, and just figure out who's really in your corner and who's really about you, and who really wants to see you succeed and become an entirely better person than you were yesterday. So um
Word.
yeah, bro, that's pretty much all that I got in terms of having a good company around you, because that's most important. Essentially, the people around you basically shows who you are as a person. So that's another thing to take into account too. um
Yeah, that's a fact.
so moving before we move on to the gaming topics, because I know we did skip that. Coop, you have anything else to add before we move on, my brother?
Now let's kind of like go rapid fire.
All right, bet.
It's getting late, guys. I ain't gonna hold y'all,
Nah, it's
but
a fact. We definitely just
we
broke an
love
hour.
y'all, man. So we gonna be doing.
We
Damn,
going
I'm yawning and shit.
Hey
I'm
man,
getting hiccups.
we gonna crack this shit out right now. We gonna
A
rip
whole
this
bunch
shit
of
out.
natural disasters going on right now. But anyway, yeah, nah, bro. We still gonna do this show, man. We love y'all. So
That's a
we
fact.
here, man.
That's a
Late
fact.
nights. Just came from working out. Just came from work. Like we lit, man. We here.
Get
So
into
let's
it.
get it.
Um,
Let's get it.
so getting into this week's gaming topic of the week, Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. We have some new news for it. Um, this game is supposed to be massive. Uh, so we I'm gonna put the video. Also, I'm gonna put the Solar Crown trailer up. Shouts out to my guy AR12 Nick. He gave us some more information as to Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Basically, what that is, it's a racing game it's a series that's been around for maybe 15 years, maybe 20 years at this point. If you guys haven't played TDU 2, which is Test Drive Unlimited 2, that's probably one of the best racing games to have ever come out in recent memory. Um, that game finally got it got pushed back. It was supposed to come out this year, 2022, but it ended up getting pushed back until next year. Um, so the news that we did end up getting, we will be able to buy our cars at the regular auction, or not the auction, the car dealerships, excuse me. We don't have any news on player houses just yet, nor do we have any news on any of the betas, but I know possibly a beta will happen. More so likely at the end of this year, since they're saying that the game will be coming out maybe beginning of next year, mid so next year. Um, honestly, also we have some screens as well. I'm gonna put that up here. Some screenshots. Personally, I'm looking forward to the game. I've enjoyed Test Drive Unlimited 2. Excuse me. And I've been looking forward to Solo Crown ever since it was announced. And that was like maybe 2 3 years ago at this point. Um, I just hope that we actually get player houses, and like the world is actually connected in like open world and online, so we just like cruise with our friends and shit, cause that would be fire. Um, you could do some of the old test drive features, which is rolling down your windows. I believe if you go into the auction houses, you could do like a Forza-esque, like Forza Vista thing. You could like open the doors up, take like inspect the car, cool shit like that. Um, like I said, it's not much of like too much news on that said game yet, because it's still early out. We don't have much gameplay other than just the trailers that they've shown us so far and the screenshots that they have given us so far. But when we do have more news, we will let you guys know regardless. Coop, you have anything else to add before we move on?
Nah, that game looks phenomenal from what we've seen. Graphics is dope. The things you can do, like you were saying, just it's the guys really honestly what makes games and what breaks games is the little things.
Yeah,
Like
hell yeah.
so, I
Hell
feel
yeah.
like you know what I mean. The they doing as far as what I can see so far. I got to do more research, but they're doing the little things right from the trailer I've seen and from just kind of what I've seen floating around. They're doing the little things right, like how Weezy said. Just something as simple as just rolling your windows down,
Mm-hmm.
like being there, like just something as simple as that can just like it just goes a long way. It just
It
adds.
it
It just add. Nah,
enhances
what you
it.
want to say?
I was about to say it enhances the experience, makes it more
Yeah,
immersive.
That's what I'm saying. Like so, like just little things like that. So like if you guys hear us talking about stuff like that, it's like, oh, like why is that a big deal? But it's because it's the little things that count. So like
Mhm.
think about some of your favorite games, like the the little things that had in that game that added up. It really like those little things added up and made it one of your favorite games. You know,
Yeah.
so
The little
little things
things,
matter.
the little things do a lot. And especially in the video game industry, they do a hell of a lot because you have to think a lot of games they don't focus on the small things. They more so focus on the you know what I'm saying, the bigger the
Yeah.
bigger shit.
Uh-huh.
So
Which
um
leaves a lot of problems where you're like, damn, I wish
mhm.
they would have did this. This would
Hell
have took it
yeah.
to even though it's like a small detail.
Hell
Like
yeah.
if you catch yourself doing that, just think about the HoloBros. Think about what we told you. Little.
Yeah.
I mean, just implant
Just
that
just
in the
just
back of your
just
mind.
just
Feel me?
little tidbits, just little tidbits,
Yeah, I mean, just food for thought. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's food for thought. You do the dishes. You know
you
what I'm
know,
saying?
you know.
But
But
nah,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, like, uh, Solar Crown should be a really good game. But moving on, Coop, you have anything else to add?
Nah, that's it, bro.
So World War III, we
Oh man,
yeah, we're finally gonna be able to see that game in open betas, and I mean, very shortly.
sure.
Probably within the next few months or so. We finally got a word on how they're going to be doing the so since the game is going to be free to play, how they're going to be doing the pay or cash system or whatever, the shop system, whatever you guys want to call it. um
Microtransactions. You know the
yes,
game. You know the
yes.
game, dude. Mhm.
So apparently there's not supposed to be any pay to win weapons in the game, but there are supposed to be like little blueprints you can buy. But the thing is, with said blueprints, you can't customize them until you're of a said level for said
Makes
gun.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, but
It's kind of like what Call of Duty was kind of what Call of Duty does to an
mhm,
extent, but except for Call of Duty, you buy the blueprint, you get the blueprint. It don't matter if you're level
yeah,
one.
mhm,
But you know what I mean. So I get that. That's dope. But what I feel like they're gonna do is kind of like take the Fortnite approach, where it's like it's free, but everything else is it's kind of like Spirit
yeah,
Airlines.
yeah, 100%.
It's Spirit. Like yeah, nigga, you could get on a flight, but you got to pay for everything. You got to pay for
Mhm,
water. You got to pay for extra bag. Like so, it's kind of like Spirit Airlines. It's
yeah,
gonna be like Fortnite, where it's more so. At least is my prediction. Like emotes and just things like that that happen in the game, like different, like I want to say like not loadouts, but like skins. I guess you
mhm,
would be the proper term for it.
yeah.
Like skins and like maybe things like that they have
Cosmetic,
in the game.
cosmetic shit.
Yeah, yeah. So like yeah, things like that, like weapon skins,
Mhm,
skins for your player, emotes, things like that. Is gonna be microtransaction based. So who knows? But I'm pretty sure that's where they're gonna lean to because that's how they're gonna get their money. Is they're
mhm,
not gonna just put out a game for free and just keep it for free.
yeah.
It's just not a good business move. But yeah. So I'm looking forward to it though. I'm definitely hoping
Facts.
it's a good game. I wouldn't mind me going crazy,
Nah.
spending a little tiny. You know what I mean? If it's worth it, at least if the game is good. If I know they actually putting in the effort and caring about the game, because that's really as a gamer, that's really I can't really speak for Weezy, but I'm gonna speak for Weezy right here. But
Yo,
like that's really what we want as gamers, just to know that the company does care. Like you know what I mean?
100%.
We just want to know that we're not just uh what do you want to
Bullshit.
call it? Like just like we're not just a figure in
Yeah.
their little business cog, like their wheel. We're not just a figure of okay, they're like we're not just analytics. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we're
We're
not just a
actually
number.
yeah, we mean something to them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's kind of what we really want, and we see that. Then I mean, we going that game is gonna do numbers if they really put in the
100%.
effort. So
They
I'm looking
also
forward to it, man.
Yeah, they also said that they're working on server stability issues, and I believe that they're working on
Yeah, that's gonna
proper
be a problem.
not the,
Hopefully they got enough servers. That's
yeah.
gonna be a problem.
I hope so too, cause I don't want day one to be another shitstorm than it originally was in its past few releases, and
Yeah,
I believe they're working on crossplay, because I know that that game will be coming out on consoles. Um, I believe when the game drops as well. So
that's hard. I
yeah,
rock with that. It's hard. That's dope.
so guys, just be on the lookout. Like I said, I don't for World War III. I don't have a specific date yet. Uh, I'm gonna put this video up here. Shouts out to my guy Big Fire TV. Um, where it literally shows everything that they're gonna be putting into
Yeah.
World War
And we
Three.
also gonna have the links in the descriptions.
Hundred
I just
percent.
wanted to put that in there real quick. Pause and go ahead.
Nah, you good. But yeah, World War Three. It is looking like a dope ass game, and if you guys are excited for it, it should literally be hitting the streets soon, within the next few months or so. It will. I will say it will definitely hit the streets before the end of this year, for sure, for sure. And when we finally get a release date, we're obviously gonna let y'all know. We're not gonna keep y'all in the dark. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week's gaming news. So if you guys are looking forward to World War Three and Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, sound off in the comments down below, and we'll love to hear y'all opinions. S-
Absolutely.
So moving on, Cooper. The two pool kids in school, bruh. Name, talk about the
The
time.
pool kids in school.
Talk,
Oh man.
talk a time. Talk about a time where you almost passed away, dog, or had a near death experience.
So this story, like, you gotta take this one way back to Virginia. You gotta take this one back to Virginia Beach, man. The Virginia
Oh
Beach days,
shit.
man.
Oh
So quick
shit.
backstory about Virginia Beach, as y'all probably know already. I think y'all should know this. I live in New Jersey. Me and Weezy live in Jersey. Born and raised. Shout out to
Church me.
everybody in Jersey. Feel me? But
Church me.
so yeah, so my sisters who also lived in New Jersey at one point, they moved down there with their mom, who was basically like my second mom. Like they moved down there with their mom. I used to go down there in the summer to visit them. They lived in Virginia Beach at the time, so I used to go down there and we used to just have a vibe, chill for the summer, right?
Mm.
So we used to go to this place, one of my favorite places called Ocean Breeze. If you're from Virginia or if there's an Ocean Breeze near you, maybe you went there as a kid, it's dope as at least from a kid's perspective. I haven't been since I was a kid, so I don't know. Maybe they changed things or whatever, but that's not a point of the story. So Ocean Breeze. Now, why is Ocean Breeze so dope? Ocean Breeze is so dope because they have a major attraction at Ocean Breeze. And you know what I'm talking about. If you've been to Ocean Breeze, they have a huge wave pool.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so pretty much if you don't know what a wave pool is, a wave pool is a huge pool that simulates the beach. So it simulates actual waves. Like so like the closer so pretty much think about this. Think about a huge like this whole like surface right here is like water, let's say, right?
Mhm.
You start from here, you can walk in, it's kind of like the beach where you walk in and it gets the like platform and like the water and stuff gets deeper.
Mhm.
The closer you get to where the waves they're creating, like the machine is creating the waves,
Mhm.
the the stronger and the more powerful waves there are. Also on the sides, I didn't know that, but keep that in mind. On the side, the waves are really powerful, right?
Oh
Cool.
no.
But what Ocean Breeze does have, because it is a wave pool and it can get dangerous, and there's kids and blah blah, they have lifeguards on both sides of the thing, right?
Mm.
Cool. So long story short, it's me, my sisters, we in the wave pool. We going crazy. I've been to the this has been my first time at Ocean Breeze. This has been my maybe like my second or third time at Ocean Breeze. I'm like a vet. I'm here. Let's go. Let's get it. I'm here. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay,
I'm in
okay,
here
okay.
swimming. You know what I mean? By this time, I do know how to swim, kinda, sort of, right? I don't know how to float, like tread water. I know how to like. I'm like a shark when I'm in the water. Even to this day, I don't know how to necessarily tread water, like just float. Like I don't know. I don't know what's up with my body, but like I'm like a shark. I got to keep moving or I'm dead, pretty much. So, long story short, get in the wave pool. We vibing out. All right, let's go a little further out. I bet let's get it. We vibing out. You know, waves coming. Y'all do your little 1-2. All my wave experts know you go to the beach or something. The wave come, you got to jump with that one. You got, feel me? So you jump with that
Yeah.
shit.
See?
Right, so you go crazy. So for some reason, I wanted to go more towards the where the wall was, like towards the side, not knowing the waves over there is something different. Like they steroid, like they like that ass. Them waves should get tested for like performance enhancing drugs. Seriously, like that shit.
Now what?
I don't think that was USDA approved. Them waves is
Yo,
crazy. Them waves is on
what?
steroid, dog. Like if you
Nah, saying
for
waves on
everybody,
steroids is crazy.
they're not USDA approved. I'm telling you, bro. So it's something in the water, literally. But Yo,
Nah, no way he just did that.
yo, no, I
Nah,
chill.
no way he just did that.
Yo, chill,
Nah,
chill.
what? Yo, I don't know what's going on. He
Yo,
said
listen,
something in the
bro.
water.
Yo,
Yeah,
listen, listen, bro.
yeah.
So, so right, I didn't know. And once again, if you've been to Ocean Breeze, you know what I'm talking about. So on the side, like the waves start getting cold. Like, whoa, I never experienced this before, big fella. Chill, pause, right? Like,
See?
chill, right? So the waves is like, them shits was, I ain't gonna lie, that shit, first wave, that shit knocked me off my feet. And once, if anybody has ever been in either a pool or the ocean, well, no, predominantly the ocean, when a wave knocks you off your feet, I don't care if you are in sand and you're safe. You panic for a second. You're off your feet. Like, you can't, like, the wave is now dictating where you're moving. I don't care, like I said, if you're on sand, like you're not even nowhere near even like the deepest part, like the deep part of the ocean per se. Like, you can still just stand up type shit is what I'm saying. Right? You're gonna panic for a little bit. So the wave hit me. I'm like, whoa, big fella. Like, wave just went crazy. So I'm like, shit. Like, felt like
He had to
nigga
brace
felt like
himself.
nigga felt like when Damon grabbed up Cat Williams. He said, whoa, I'm a boy, Damon. Like,
I am a fucking boy. Get your hands off me.
that's Friday after next. Get culture. Thought I wasn't gonna say it. You have to get culture. We gotta expect more from our audience, guys. What do you want us to do? Trademark. Anyway, right. So long story short, the wave knocked me off my feet. I'm like, whoa, what's this? Right. So I get up. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Play, you know what I mean? Players mess up too.
Okay, okay, okay,
Dust
okay,
myself
okay.
off. Next wave come. Same thing. But this one was crazy because it was like a back to back. Like I said, these were not USDA approved, bro. It was
Yo,
something crazy.
what? They kept spamming them shits?
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna have to go down to Virginia Beach one day and just get them waves tested. It was something. Not that ass. There's no way they
Yo,
could keep
what?
operating in business with them type of waves. But anyway,
Yo.
so fight or flight kicks in. Who's next to me? My oldest sister. Shout out to my oldest sister. I love you. At that time, it was fight or flight. I was like 8 or 9 years old. I had to live. So at that time, she's standing there, she chilling. I don't even like how she just chilling so calm next to me, about to die. She chilling.
Yo, what?
She dancing with the way she in there getting her groove. I think they was playing music. She was vibing. I'm just, you feel me? I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm going
He
crazy.
fighting for his life.
Yeah, I'm going crazy. She chilling. So I have to live. I have to live. I gotta. I mean,
Yo,
I
nah.
gotta live. Future kids, if you listen, I had to live for y'all. I mean, I had to live, right? So I grab her shoulders. I got to get up. So
Nah.
I
Nah.
gotta live, Weezy. I gotta live, dude. I gotta live. I gotta make it back home, man. I gotta make it back home, dude.
Yo.
So I gotta get up. So I grab her shoulders, right? So I use her shoulders to get me up out of there so I can breathe a little bit. But now she drowning now. So now she gotta get up. So it was like a
Yo, what
seesaw.
the fuck?
So it was like one of them
Yo, what?
shits, right? So it was
Yo,
like
what?
I had to live, Weezy. And mind you, that shit probably was no more than like 5 seconds, but that shit felt like an eternity. I'm like, no, I gotta survive. And she was chilling too much, so I had to. In my head
Yo.
at that time, I gotta cause her a little bit of chaos too.
Yo,
Cause
so you was a little hater, low key.
yeah, nah, she was too comfortable. I was about to die. Definitely too comfortable.
Ah,
Oh, definitely
see?
too comfortable. Yeah, no.
See?
She had to. Yeah, no, come on. Shit.
See?
If I was going, it was no way you was gonna be able to speak at my funeral knowing you was that calm next to me. Yeah, I was just vibing and shit. I didn't even know the little nigga was dying and shit.
Ah, the little
Right?
nigga
She
is
was,
crazy.
yeah, like,
See?
look, young nigga, I told him not to come out there. Type shit,
See?
right? So yeah, so I saved myself. But long story short, that took place in like maybe like 5 seconds. But if you have any type of either near death experience, especially when it comes to like drowning or water, you
Man, what?
understand that 5 seconds
Is
feels
an
like
eternity.
5 years, dude.
That shit
So
is eternity.
long story short, a lifeguard, I mentioned that there's two lifeguards on each side. Now I'm about to walk. So the lifeguard put the I think what is it, like a fucking like a stick or something? Not a stick, but it's
Like
if
a
y'all ever
raft?
seen one of those, nah, it's not though. But cause they're so the wall, they're so high up. This is a huge wave pool. I might like put a picture of like the Ocean Breeze wave pool so y'all can kind of see what I'm talking about. they're up too high, so they would either have to jump in or they carry these long ass like sticks, but they're not sticks. They're like float. They're like raft kind of like they're floaties kind of, but they're a
Mm.
big stick paw. So they they like reach with the stick down and you grab onto it and then they drag you like back to where it's like
Oh, okay.
shallow. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of
Yeah.
those. So did that shit. I'm like, all right, but I'm safe and I'm lit. I'm trails. Then after that, I ain't fuck with the wave no more. So I'm like, yo,
I
where
don't
the
blame you. I don't blame you.
yo, yo, what's that Splash Mountain? Where that's at? Yo, come on,
See?
stop playing. Like, come on, man.
See? Nah, I
Ah,
don't
this
blame
shit.
you.
Then I started getting on my like, like that shit for kids anyway. I don't even know why I even went over there. Like that shit really, it's not really my style. Like that was back when I was 7. I was rocking with that. Like I don't really. That's for
See?
kids. You know what I mean? So I started getting that type
See?
of. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's not really for me. Like that's
Nigga started saying he was too cool for the wave pool.
yeah, nah, she almost died. And shit. I'm like, yeah, nah, it's just a, just a thing. Like, you know what I mean? They got us all just trapped in there. I think that's symbolic. You know what I mean? We trapped and we playing a little game. You know, I start acting like I'm woke and shit. I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so
That
I'm doing
that's
that
how
whole
that
shit.
shit gets you.
Yeah, like
That's exactly how that shit gets you, bro. That shit
niggas,
make you feel good. Then that shit put
niggas,
you down under. Yeah.
niggas called me Malcolm Fetch. I was talking like, yeah, see, my brothers and sisters with the wave pool, we all want to follow the wave.
Nigga
However, my
said
brothers and
Michael
sisters,
Fetch.
we gotta create our own wave, my dear brothers and sisters, and we will rise as a people if we get up out that water, because the water is symbolic to
All
life, my
right,
brothers and
all
sisters,
right,
and we
all right.
overcome the suppression of the waves, and the waves happens to be the man, my
Okay,
brothers and
okay,
sisters.
okay, 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 okay. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Power to the people!
Yeah.
Niggas lucky I don't got my pick with the fist on it. I'd really had that.
See, yeah, I wish I had mine, bro. I lost my shit.
Yeah, we're
So
not
what?
cultured. This is the time where we're not culture, guys. We're sorry,
Oh,
forgive us. We're not cultured. But yeah, man. So that was a. I mean, that was my almost drowning story, man. Remember, I had to live, man. I had to live. No,
hey
I had to
man,
live.
yeah,
She was too
yeah.
comfortable next to me, man. Get down there. Get under that water, man. Now you're not so comfortable, huh?
Yo,
That it was some hating that shit I did. I ain't gonna lie. She was. It's like I'm like,
nah,
nah. Now you gotta feel my pain. I almost died. You gotta almost die.
nah. You really almost sabotaged your own sister, bro. That's sick.
I had to live, bro. It's
Yo,
fight or flight. I had to fight.
yo, I feel you, but that's sick
But
though,
yeah, nah,
bro.
that shit, nah. That's jokes. Like that was a real situation, but this is like jokes. Like I was young, I was panicking and shit. But yeah, nah, that was crazy.
Hey
Crazy
man,
experience.
I don't blame you. Mine,
Yeah,
how long ago was this? Was I living here? I was living here, so it must have
I
been
remember
like
this story, bro. Nigga pushed you in a puddle and you got scared. Nigga was like, "Yo,
fuck
stand
out
up."
of here, fuck out of here, nigga. It was like it was like I think
Nigga
I
threw a cup of water on his head. He started drowning.
fuck
Oh,
out
like
of
yo, chill.
here,
It's just a cup. Like I'm
yo,
good.
fuck out of
You're not even
here.
submerged.
Yo, don't listen to this nigga chat. He bullshit. It
Nigga threw
was
a red solo cup in his face. He like, yo, shit,
yeah,
couldn't
I
breathe. It was in my
yeah,
nose.
I. It was
Climbing
like
up my house.
it was like '07. It was like
Oh
'06. It
man.
was like '06 '07. Cause I remember my cousin didn't get a pool till like '05. Yeah. So it was like '06 '07, right? So I'm like what second or third grade. So I must have been like eight
Wait,
or
not to
nine.
cut you off. You almost drowned in a plastic pool.
One of them circle ones, them big ass circle ones. It might have
Yeah,
been plastic.
a plastic pool.
It might be. I don't know. It might have been
How old
plastic.
was you?
Like 7 or 8. This
Oh,
is
you're a loser. You're a loser.
yo, why? Yo, why? Yo, what? Yo, what the fuck? Nah.
Yo,
What?
yo, guys, this is
Nah.
jokes. You gotta.
What? What is going on right
Yo,
now,
guys, we
bruh?
be joking. We be joking like that.
Yo,
Also, my condolences to anybody who family member or anybody that you know lost their life to drowning. Cause that's not funny. But
that's a
it's
fact.
just funny to crack on your homies. But like,
Oh yeah, hundred
cause
percent.
he's here, he not dead. I know I gotta let them know that. I got. They probably like, yo, how could he? Like,
Hey
no.
man, it's jokes, man. It's jokes.
Just jokes, man. Just
That's all
jokes,
it
man.
is.
We
It's
trying to
just
give y'all
jokes.
entertainment along with the information, man.
It's a balance. It's a
Inf-
balance.
infotainment. Trademark. Don't take that. Infotainment.
But yeah, it's like 06, 07. I was at my cousin's house. I was I remember I was with my cousin. I was with both of my cousins. My oldest cousin, he wasn't there, but I remember we wanted to get in the pool, or they wanted to get in the pool. Cause I used to mostly just be in the house and playing the game and shit. I can't lie. I was one of them. I was that cousin. Yeah, catch me in the fucking house. Catch me on the game, my nigga. But it was one day. It was a hot summer's day. They wanted me to get in the pool and some shit. So I was like, all right, fuck it. So we get in the pool, cool, calm. And then I remember, cause they used to have a ladder, like to go into the pool and shit. So I had climbed into the ladder, and I remember I was just sitting on the ladder, and then my cousin, she had came behind me and pushed me into the pool.
Oh, she staged a hit. That's a hit.
Oh,
That's not. Now
yeah,
you didn't almost drown. That was almost a body.
yeah,
She almost was able to go into the penitentiary and get a teardrop.
yeah,
That was a hit. That was a staged hit. I
yeah.
think. Nah, what did you do? You probably
Nah,
was playing. You probably was
nigga.
using all the electricity, eating up all the snacks, the juicy juices,
Nah,
all that shit.
I ain't gonna lie. I was one of them niggas who fucked around with the pool noodles and shoot water out the pool noodles.
Oh yeah, 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 okay, yeah,
So
okay,
like, you know what I'm
okay. I think
saying?
that was justified. Then you get your little ass in there. You get your little
I
ass.
mean,
You want to do that?
I wasn't doing nothing too crazy. Though. It's not like I was, you know what I'm saying? Going
Nah,
crazy with
fuck
the
all
water
that,
and
nigga.
shit.
Work on. No, 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 no. Work on your breaststroke, nigga. Get in there. Fuck
Yo,
what you talking
see,
about?
so
You want to play, right? Get in there.
so she ended up pushing me into the water and shit.
Get him
And
filthy.
at
Get
at
him filthy.
at this point, bruh, I couldn't swim. So I'm literally like, as she pushed me into the water, I'm like trying to like do the doggy paddle, just like trying to come up and get air and shit. It's not working. I'm trying to like push myself up, like bruh,
Wait,
it's
you ain't get your feet involved?
no, bruh. I would,
Oh, you're a loser. No, you're a loser.
bruh. I didn't know how to swim, bro.
Yeah, you're a loser.
And plus on top of
At
that,
least when you panic and your niggas kick their feet, you're a loser. You just did
I
all
was
arm movement,
short.
and you
I
and
was
you had and you had no core strength. You're come on.
I was like I was like
That's what happens. No, that's
four
what
foot
happens.
10, bro.
You had the body of a gamer at that point. You didn't do no exercise. You had no core strength to lift yourself up. Kids, get in shape, please. Get your core
Hey
right. You
man,
gotta be able to get out. And also, if you're in a situation, kick. Please just kick.
yeah,
You ain't do the little kick. Weezy, you didn't kick?
bro. I was trying, bro. You don't understand. Like my little ass body, bro. It was nothing I could
Well,
do.
how deep was the pool?
6 feet, 7 feet, 8 feet.
Plastic? Nah, it was no way that's a plastic pool, dude.
I don't think it was a plastic pool. I don't know what type of pool that they have,
Was it
but
an in ground or above ground?
above ground.
Yeah, I think that it's no way, Weezy.
They have like a
Y'all
six
let
seven
me
foot
know.
pool.
Y'all let me know, cause I don't think a above ground pool goes that high. Cause you know how tall that shit gotta be for it to be 6 feet above ground. Underground is like where they
Or maybe it
like
was
the
5 feet.
it had the standard is probably like 5 feet to be honest.
It was probably like 5 feet,
It probably was like five, like yeah, it probably was like five
like five and some
because
change.
the underground they be having like the where it be like get to like 6 and 10 because they could
Mm.
like the way they could
Yeah,
do it is like it's the above ground you gotta literally have a 10 foot pool then at that point like a 10 foot
yeah.
high pool. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't make sense.
Nah, it's a fact. So it must.
Maybe it could have been 6 feet, maybe who knows? But it just above ground it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah,
To
I do know that.
well to you was little as hell, so that shit seemed
Yeah,
like 7 feet, nigga.
hell yeah. So it was like I'm pretty sure they have like a 5 or 6 foot pool, but at the time it was like, bro, I was like 4 foot 10, 5 feet, nigga.
It wasn't by the wall.
Bruh, no, she pushed me in the center of the pool, bruh. So it was
Oh yeah,
like,
that was a hit. Yeah, she was tired of you for whatever you did.
so it was like, I was struggling and shit. I was trying to like kick my feet. I was trying to do all sorts of shit, and nothing wasn't working. I wasn't coming up for air and nothing. Like it got to a point where I just stopped, and then slowly the light started to fade, at one point almost got black. Up until my uncle, he pulled me out the pool and he had to resuscitate me.
Yeah,
So
that's.
yeah, at
Oh
the be
nah, I ain't
at,
know I got that. I take back my loser comment. That was crazy.
nah, you good. It's just like nigga, I ain't know how to fucking swim. Shit, I was fucked.
Wait, but how the fuck did they let you struggle in the pool for that long?
We was kids.
You was kids. Yeah, that was a hit. Where your cousin at, man? She gotta get brought up on some charges, dude. Tell you nah, but nah, that's
Bruh.
crazy, bro. That's
Yeah,
wild.
bruh. So it was like, yeah. So that was the time I was drowned. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. Cause I remember the fact that he had to resuscitate me. Like he was pumping my chest when I woke up. That was insane. But
Damn, bro. I couldn't even imagine even being in that situation as the uncle, dude. Because I got nephews and I got nieces. I can't imagine being in that situation where I gotta literally recess. Like, bro, I don't even know how to do that shit for real. Like,
yeah, it was crazy, bro.
that
Fucking
shit is wild, dude. For real, that shit is crazy, man.
yo. After that happened, bro, I went right back into the house. I
Oh
said, nah,
yeah,
I ain't
that
coming
was the
out.
day. Like,
I ain't coming out.
you know how they say like the Oklahoma drill in football made a lot of basketball players.
Hmm.
That experience turned you into a full blown gamer.
Nah, that's a fact.
That nigga didn't want to do
That's
nothing
a
else.
fact. I said, you know what, bro? Y'all good. I'm going in the
That
house.
nigga almost died and went right on NBA jams.
Duh, nigga.
That
And
nigga
they
went on.
and they had the PS2 at the time too. Oh yeah, nigga. I
Yeah,
was chilling. I was
that nigga went right on volume two, NBA Street volume
yeah.
two. He
I
went
wasn't
crazy.
I wasn't playing no games after that happened, bro. I'm like,
He's like, yo,
yeah.
you okay? Yeah, just give me the controller. I'm good. Just give me the
Yeah,
controller.
bro, that's exactly how I went straight aside, changed my clothes. I said,
Yeah,
yo, I asked my aunt, yo, can you hook up the PS2 so I get on that shit?
yeah,
He had my back. He had my back. I can't lie
yeah.
to
Get
you.
on there. She like, yeah, you almost died, baby. Get on NBA Jam.
Yo, that's
Get on NBA
crazy.
Street, baby.
Hey man, that
Yeah,
shit
that's crazy.
almost went left, bro. But hey
Yeah, no,
man,
basically, bro, that shit is wild. I didn't know it went that deep. Pause. I thought it was like some shit like mine. Like I thought
mm,
that shit was just like some shit where like
nah,
you was
they
just struggling to seem like some shit, and then niggas that got you about that jam.
hell
Damn, that's
no.
crazy, dude. Damn, that shit's wild. Hey,
Yeah,
as you can see on here, shit, I be learning shit. We be learning shit about each other we ain't even know. So that
nah,
shit
that's a
crazy.
fact.
But yeah, that's another
Fucking
thing too, bro. We gotta, bro. I'm kind of spoiling like our pre production here, but yeah, the way we don't talk to each other during the week, let's keep that. Let's keep that. Let's keep that. Don't talk to me during the week, bro. No, just keep
yo,
that.
what? That's
Because
sick.
pause. It makes some. Not that's not pause. It makes some more magic on the camera.
Nah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
I didn't even know that shit. Like if you'd have told me during the pre-production, it would have kind of spoiled a lot of my reactions. That was live shit, as y'all can see. That was live.
Yeah,
But
yeah, bro.
yeah, bro, that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
Shit, thank God you made it up out of there, bro. Cause
nah,
that's crazy, dude.
that's a fact. That shit was insane, bro. But moving on to the final topic of today's episode, because we are running an hour and a half show this week. Cool.
Kind of on schedule,
It's
but
it's
let's
on
get
it's
to it.
it's on schedule. It's on schedule.
Yeah,
Cooper,
they get to it.
how do you feel about bracing temptation, my boy, my guy?
Well, how do I feel about embracing temptation? Do it. And what do I mean by that? Uh, if here's the thing, right? Because I want to put this as a disclaimer. I'm not saying if you're a former drug addict, go around a whole bunch of junkies and see like
Mm-mm,
if you can see if you can like you know withstand that temptation.
mm-mm.
But when temptation arises, don't just run from it. Challenge yourself. Use a temptation. Take the word temptation out and just use the word test. This is a test, right? So let's say, right, you're on a diet and you're in a supermarket and you're looking for something, but now you've somehow wandered to where the dessert section is. And you're so tempted to take one of them home or even try them in the store and pay for it later, like some people do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't run from that temptation, embrace it. Because the reason why I say embrace it is because the only way to truly know if you've fully conquered something, you have to face it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just sweep it under the rug or, oh no, I just look the other way and I won't. But when you see that temptation and you face it, and you not only face it, but you then conquer it. And what I mean by conquer it is that temptation will not allow you to slip up anymore unless you just willingly do it, right? Because really, temptation, yeah, obviously all of it is just will. well, not all. I'm not gonna say all, but most of it is will. Like you just, oh, I feel like doing it. My brain's telling me to do it, or my body's telling me to do it, so I'll do it, and you do it. But sometimes, like you know what I'm saying, there's like that that uncontrollable, just kind of like a knee jerk reaction where it's like, oh damn, I gotta do it, right? Kind of like back to, I don't know if this is a good example or not, but like to like the former drug addict, right? If you somehow wander around people that are doing drugs, especially a drug that you were like one of the main drugs you used to do, you might just out of just pure old habit that's hard to kick, you might just do it too. You might slip up, you might relapse as they call it, right? So my point is the way that you can really figure out how strong you are versus that temptation, you should be able to be next to that. Not saying like just run into that and try to keep, you know what I mean, just head first into that, but you should be able to go see that, withstand that temptation, and having your mind and your body saying, what are you doing? Hurry up and do it. What are you doing? Why are you waiting so long? Come on, we need that right now, right now, right now. Whether that be, like I said, in a drug example, or that's like on a diet and these bad foods, fast food, like you driving home, you ate all your calories and you all your grams of protein, carbs, and you know what I mean, things like that. But you're driving past McDonald's and now you're really craving a Big Mac. And no, McDonald's are not paying me to say that.
Hmm.
But let's just say like you're driving past a fast food restaurant and you're really craving something. That temptation, don't run from that. Live in that moment for a second and understand, no, body, mind, I'm not listening to you. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's one of those things. And then when you do that, it gives yourself more confidence that you do have the willpower to overcome that said temptation, which then makes you stronger mentally, which then has positive influence on the rest of your temptations that you face and just in life in general, because you deem yourself to be strong. It's a mental win. Even if it's a small win, it's a mental win. As we said about gaming, the games that really win versus the ones that don't, as far as long lasting impact or classics, be it you will, would be the ones that have the small things, the ones that pay attention to the small details. Like for example, real quick, not to go on too much of a tangent, but NFL 2K5, one of the greatest football games ever.
Facts.
And we're on what, Madden like 22 or something, 23, I think
Mm.
22. I don't play Madden no more because of what I'm about to mention. But they NFL 2K5 had the little things, the little details that really may not matter in the grand scheme of things, but they matter so much that it's still being talked about. And it's a decade, almost a decade later,
Over.
or over a decade. Sorry, my math is crazy. You get what I'm saying? But it's over a decade later, right? I meant to say almost 2 decades, but over a decade later, and we're still talking about it because they did the little things. So the same thing with your mentality. The little things add up. So those small wins add up to the bigger wins in the future. And the thing about embracing your temptations is when you face them head on, then you have the confidence to face the next thing and the next thing and next thing. And like I said about the mentality thing, you now then instill something within yourself that's hard to then break. But this one is a good habit, and it's just facing your challenges and your temptations head on. So if you are like, I don't know if it's still Ramadan. I'm not Muslim, so forgive me. But if it's Ramadan right now and you're fasting and you're around people, let's say you're just around people that are eating or drinking or whatever, you know you can't indulge in that. But that don't mean just walk away. Let's say they're your friends, right? You're talking and they're just eating, and you're like, damn, I could, yo, that junk look good, yo. What she
Mm-hmm.
eating right now, that junk smell rocking. I would love it, but you can't. That don't mean just walk away. Embrace that temptation and allow your mind and body to be like, get it, go buy one. You have the money. Like allow your mind and body to try to convince you of all the ways why you need that. Sit there for a moment with all those feelings and say, no, no, I gotta this Ramadan, or if you're a Catholic and it's Lenten season, right? Lenten season passed, but just for an example, and you whatever you gave up for Lent, or just the fact that you're fasting. No, I'm not doing that because of blah blah blah. I have something bigger. The reason I have my purpose of why I'm doing this, or even if it's something as far as quitting, you like to quit a lot. And your mind is telling you, like, when things get hard, your mind is telling you, your body's like, no, we can't do this. Just give up. Like, we're not doing this. No, I'm doing this for a reason. So, like I said, embrace your temptations. They add up. And when you, especially when you face them, you don't run from them and then you conquer them. Those that really goes a long way in your mentality and what you really do, and it can really shape how you are as a person for the better. So that's my little take on that. Little, because I probably went around the block just to park back in the driveway. But
Good,
I
bro.
know y'all want me to shut up or pass it to my guy Weezy. Man, what do you got for me?
Embracing temptation is absolutely fucking everything, and you should always, or not always, but like acknowledge it when it's there, and try to find the solutions and steps so that you don't give in to said temptation.
Yeah,
Even
the
when I
fact.
was, even when I was in college, like I, bruh, I had so many people around me who was considering dropping out and or have dropped out, and that just like that was a temptation because bruh, when you have so many people who are just following a specific route for them to the point where they feel like, oh, it's not working out for them, oh, it's not going well for them, you oftentimes think that it's not going to go well for you because of all the other people around you that gave that vision that they had, or even that you had for yourself, they gave that up. So it's like you start to think like, yo, like maybe I should give this shit up too. Like maybe it's not for me, but you shouldn't give in to that. Yeah, acknowledge the fact that yeah, it's there. Like, all right, I have this temptation where I do want to give up, or I do, you know what I'm saying, want to have a cheat day today, go to Shake Shack or Chipotle or wherever the fuck, and don't give into it. Don't let that temptation actually pull you so much forward that you're actually just giving in. Just be like, all right, it's there. Like Coop said, it's there, cool. But I'm not going to let you have that control, have that access over me to the point where I'm actually giving in. Like you have to be stronger than that. You have to push yourself more so that you can see the ultimate goal that you want for yourself. Because if you have a goal for yourself and if you keep on giving into temptation, you're only setting yourself back further and further and further from your goal. You aren't going to reach your goal anytime soon if you don't start buckling down and start hunkering down all your temptations on all of the goals that you do want to achieve. Because once you slip all of that, once you let all of that shit go, once all that shit slips out of your hand, it's a wrap. It's hard to get that back. It's hard to get that drive back. It's hard to get everything that you work so hard for. It's hard to pull that shit back. Like it's easy to build it up, but it's so much easier to destroy it and not get it back. So um you just gotta know. You just gotta acknowledge, and you have to see for the fact. See it from your own two eyes. Like, alright, it's there. Cool. Am I gonna let that shit get to me though? No, because you're better than that. At the end of the day, as long
Right.
as you know that, and you can say that for yourself, look into the mirror and say for yourself, like, yo, like I'm better than that shit. I don't need it. Once you tell yourself that, you basically are on the road to greatness. You're on the road to success. So, um, yeah, like just the first step is acknowledging it and don't ignore it. Because once you ignore it, you're only making a problem worse. Just don't ignore it. But more so, just be like, all right, it's there, cool, all right, but I'm not gonna give in. Like that's just the unfortunate reality. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I really have for that. Cause like I said, in college, bro, a lot, like I want to say about 90 to 95% of people either dropped out or transferred. So yeah, man, it's just this road, this life shit is not easy. It's not for the weak, but it's just about taking the proper steps to see yourself inevitably win, and see yourself successful and achieving all the goals that you want to achieve in this life. So yeah, So I think that's pretty much going to be it for this week's episode of the HoloBros podcast. Coop, you have anything else to add before we close the motherfucker out, man?
I like what you said at the end, man. This life is not for the weak. However, if you embrace your temptations and you conquer them, it is an exciting and a very fruitful one. So just keep
Facts.
that in mind. Once again, I'm not saying if you're on a diet, just walk into the biggest fast food joint that's near
No,
you and stand in there with everybody. No, but what I'm
no.
saying is when that temptation arises, don't run from it. Face it head on. Like embrace it. Not only stand there and really like soak in the temptation, but understand that you're better than that temptation. That temptation will not defeat you, and rise to the occasion. And like I said, it goes a long way. Well, like both me and Weezy was saying, it goes a long way. So embrace your temptation. Don't run from it. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. It's just an assessment of yourself. Sometimes you may give in. Nobody's perfect. You may give in. There's
Facts.
temptations that we give into all the time. You know what I'm saying? So there's nobody's perfect, but always embrace your temptation because that's the best way to assess where you are. Like don't run from like you can't always run from your tests. You have to eventually sit down and see where you are. Like
Yep.
so that's the way to do it, man. When that temptation arises, whatever it may be, embrace it
Yep.
and understand that you're stronger, that you're better than that. You're gonna overcome that, and that this temptation is not gonna last forever. Just
100%.
remember that. This feeling that you have right now is not going to last forever. It's a temporary feeling, and if you beat it, as far as the temptation, because that sounds kind of crazy. Pause. If you overcome that temptation, then you become a better person for it. So that's
100%.
really all I got, man. Unless you got something, let's go and
Ah,
wrap DB it.
it's that's bruh. I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna be it for this week's episode of Howard Rose Podcast, man. I
All
ain't.
right, man. I'm gonna close this thing out, man, because
Hey,
this
man.
nigga, as you can see, this nigga
I'm
about to go to sleep in his hand.
I'm tired
Oh,
as
this
I
nigga
don't
about to
know.
go to sleep
I
on
don't know.
this.
I don't know why I'm so tired, but I'm tired, bro. I'm
Yeah,
tired
that
of
nigga
them.
about to, he
I'm
about to go
tired,
to sleep in his hand, dude.
and I
But
ain't even eat.
oh yeah, this nigga different. This late
Terrible.
as hell. But yeah, so that'll conclude this episode of the Hollow Bros podcast. We really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like we me and Weezy always say, we try to give you guys the most transparent but entertaining content at the same time. Also
Facts.
informative, infotainment, copyright, trademark. Don't do it. We have lawyers,
Plugs
maybe,
don't steal.
but don't do this. But yeah, guys. Once again, like I always say, to close out every episode, if you guys made it this far, even if you just tuned in for a split second, your time is the most valuable thing that you have as a human being. So the fact that you would even give a small portion to us means the world. And as I said, I'm gonna say it again. Like, share, subscribe if you are new. It is been your boy Coop.
It's been your boy Weezy.
We go by the name the Hollow Bros. And we are signing off, baby.
Bye bye.